Hey everyone, it's Horror Corner here, back with another dose of spine-chilling stories that will keep you up at night. Tonight, we delve into the pixelated realm of arcades, where flashing lights and the clatter of joysticks often mask something far more sinister. We've got three tales of terror, ripped from the headlines and shrouded in mystery. So, lock your doors, turn off the lights, and get ready to descend into the chilling world of arcade horror. Our first story takes us back to the neon-soaked heyday of arcades, the 1980s. Picture a dimly lit arcade, buzzing with the sounds of teenagers and the hypnotic glow of countless screens. Among the Pac-Mans and Donkey Kongs stood a machine unlike any other. Locals called it the Spectre. No one knew where it came from, who brought it there, or even what game it was supposed to be. Its screen flickered with abstract shapes and emitted a low, unsettling hum. Those brave enough to try their hand at the Spectre reported strange occurrences. Some claimed the game seemed to react to their thoughts, the on-screen chaos mirroring their own anxieties. Others swore they saw fleeting images reflected in the screen, grotesque figures that vanished as quickly as they appeared. But the most disturbing reports involved a persistent feeling of being watched, a cold presence lurking just beyond the screen's glow. One night, a young man named Michael decided to conquer the Spectre, determined to prove the rumors were just that, rumors. He pumped coin after coin into the machine, his determination fueled by a mixture of adrenaline and skepticism. Hours melted away as Michael found himself inexplicably drawn into the game's hypnotic rhythm. As the night wore on, the arcade grew quiet, the usual crowd thinning until Michael was alone, illuminated only by the eerie glow of the Spectre. That's when things took a terrifying turn. The shapes on the screen began to swirl faster, morphing into grotesque, almost demonic visages. The humming intensified, vibrating through Michael's bones. He tried to tear himself away, but it was like an unseen force held him captive. Panic swelled in his chest as he felt a cold, clammy hand grip his shoulder. He whipped around, but there was no one there, just the empty arcade, shrouded in an unnatural silence. From that night forward, Michael refused to even look at another arcade game. The experience left him shaken, forever haunted by the memory of the Spectre and its chilling grip on his reality. The arcade owner, sensing the growing unease surrounding the machine, decided to get rid of it, but the Spectre had vanished, as if it had never existed. Some say it reappears from time to time in different arcades, preying on those brave or foolish enough to play it. A chilling reminder that some games are best left unplayed. Our next story takes us to the bustling streets of Tokyo, Japan, where arcades are more than just entertainment, they're a way of life. In the heart of Akihabara, the Electric Town, stood an arcade known for its vast selection of both classic and cutting-edge games. It was a haven for gamers of all ages, a place where reality seemed to melt away amidst the flashing lights and frenetic energy. Among the regulars was a young man named Kenji, a skilled gamer known for his quiet demeanor and unwavering focus. One day, a new game appeared in the arcade, shrouded in mystery and whispered rumors. It was a fighting game, its cabinet adorned with cryptic symbols and unsettling imagery. The game's title was a string of characters that no one seemed to recognize. Despite the air of unease surrounding the game, it quickly drew in curious players, eager to test their skills and unravel its secrets. Kenji, however, remained wary. Something about the game felt off, its aura tinged with an unsettling energy that set his nerves on edge. Days turned into weeks, and the new game's popularity only grew. Players reported strange occurrences, vivid nightmares, sudden bouts of dizziness, and a persistent feeling of being watched even outside the arcade. Kenji, despite his reservations, found himself drawn to the mysterious game, compelled by an unexplainable curiosity. He decided to observe from a distance, watching as others played, trying to discern the truth behind the unsettling rumors. One evening, as the arcade buzzed with its usual energy, Kenji noticed something strange. The player at the new game, a regular he vaguely recognized, suddenly froze mid-game. His eyes widened in terror, his body trembling uncontrollably. Then, in a blink, he vanished. One moment he was there, illuminated by the game's eerie glow, the next he was gone, leaving behind only an empty chair and an unsettling silence. Panic erupted in the arcade as people searched frantically for the missing gamer. But it was as if he had disappeared into thin air. Security footage showed nothing unusual, the missing gamer simply vanishing into thin air. The police were baffled, the arcade was closed down, and the mysterious game was removed, its origins and true nature remaining a chilling enigma. Some whisper that the missing gamer was pulled into the game itself, trapped in a digital nightmare from which there is no escape. A chilling reminder that in the digital age, some mysteries are best left unsolved. For our final story, we travel to a small coastal town, a place where time seemed to move a little slower and the secrets ran deep. The town's only arcade, a faded but beloved relic of a bygone era, was a gathering place for locals and tourists alike. Among the skee-ball lanes and air hockey tables stood a weathered token machine, its chrome dulled with age, its coin slot accepting quarters with a tired clink. Legend had it that a string of misfortunes had plagued the arcade since its opening. A series of strange accidents and unsettling occurrences that left locals whispering about a curse. It was said that a disgruntled employee, driven to madness by gambling debts, had cursed the arcade and its patrons, vowing revenge for his misfortune. As the story goes, he had placed a single cursed token into the machine, a conduit for his rage and despair. Anyone who used that token, the legend claimed, would experience a string of bad luck, their lives slowly unraveling like a poorly woven tapestry. Years passed, and the legend of the cursed token faded into obscurity, dismissed by most as an old wives' tale. That is, until a group of teenagers, emboldened by a night of dares and cheap thrills, decided to test the legend for themselves. They gathered around the old token machine, their laughter echoing through the mostly empty arcade. One by one, they deposited their quarters, their eyes gleaming with a mixture of excitement and apprehension. As the last token clattered into their hands, the arcade lights flickered, plunging them into momentary darkness. When the lights flickered back on, the teenagers laughed nervously, brushing off the unsettling occurrence as a mere coincidence. But as they dispersed into the night, each clutching their tokens, they couldn't shake the feeling that something was amiss. The following days were marked by a series of unfortunate events. One of the teenagers, a star athlete, suffered a career-ending injury. Another, a bright and promising student, failed a crucial exam, derailing her academic aspirations. And so it went, each teenager experiencing a string of misfortunes that seemed to defy logical explanation. As the incidents mounted, so too did their fear and paranoia. They tried to rid themselves of the tokens, tossing them into wishing wells, burying them in the sand, even throwing them into the ocean. But the tokens always seemed to find their way back to them, appearing in their pockets, their backpacks, even their shoes. Driven to desperation, the teenagers returned to the arcade, seeking answers, hoping to break the curse that seemed to have latched onto their lives. But the arcade was deserted, its doors locked, its windows dark and lifeless. The only sign of life was a faint, eerie glow emanating from the old token machine, its chrome surface reflecting their terrified faces like a distorted mirror. The legend of the cursed token, it seemed, was more than just a story. It was a chilling reminder that some things are best left undisturbed, and some curses, once unleashed, can never be truly broken. So there you have it, 3 chilling tales of arcade horror that will make you think twice before you drop another quarter into that vintage machine. Remember, sometimes the most innocent of places can harbor the darkest of secrets. And as always, if you find yourself in an arcade late at night, be careful what you play for. You never know what lurks beneath the surface, waiting to be unleashed. Sweet dreams and stay scared.